Happy Monday. Welcome back to Baba Yaga's house. I've been gone for maybe a couple weeks. As you may have heard in my other video, I was going to Florida and I thought I might do some video from there, but I really didn't do much of any because it's hard for me to do video and visit with family. So I'm going to show you what's going on in the garden. Spring is springing. There's my lump of clay I brought back from my clay class. I'll show you what I made. I've got some, yes, we're going to go outside. You want to go see? I've got some peppers and tomatoes and eggplant on their heating mats here. And as soon as they start breaking the soil, I will remove the mats and turn on the lights. I have lots more seeds to plant as well. And we'll be doing that maybe later today. I have them all laid out here. Some of them will go directly in the ground, like the peas. Oh yes, the pottery class. So this is what I made in my pottery class. This one and this one. Very happy. These are pinch pots. And this one here with some coral and shells I brought back from Florida. I love that color. It's plum. And then I have one more over here, which is a coil built piece that I'm using for my keys and whatnot. So it's kind of a fun piece. And there are 5 more pieces that were left to be fired after glazing that I'll go back and get this week. So our mild weather continues. They say we're going to have a cool down, but I think that just means it's going to be like normal temperatures. I suppose we'll get some frosts, but I would be surprised if we did get any snow or any deep freezes, but who knows. I bought a bunch of pansies and planted them. I'm going to use those little pots for starts for my own seed starting. Listen to the birds. The mulberry continues. I'm still waiting to see if we're going to get any fruit this year or blossoms. Out back it stays the same, except there is a bluebell already coming up, which is interesting. They're coming up down at pony pasture, so that just kind of goes to show what a mild winter we've had. So there's the bluebells starting right there. I had to mark where they were because they get buried under the leaves. So now I'm waiting for mayapple. The wild cherry starts are coming. And other than that, back here, there's not a lot. The daffodils continue to do their thing. Those crocuses are pretty much gone. And peach tree is looking lovely. Whether any of these stay on and make fruit, I don't know, but it's not in an ideal spot, so I just enjoy the blossoms on it. Lots of lunaria everywhere. Those will be pretty when they're blooming. The pawpaw is just, going slowly, which is fine. So let's go out front. See what's going on out there. My rose, this rose that I transplanted, I'm seeing a little tiny bit of growth on it. Just the tiniest little activity there. But this rose was doing really well. until the deer came and chomped on it. So I have to make sure I put deer repellent. Come on, let's go out front. Come on, let's go. So yeah, so that one needs a little watching over. This grape that I transplanted from the back is, it's hard to see, but it is putting out some growth. Oh, sorry, that's not going to work very well. St. John's wort never died back. The sweetgrass is doing well. I think I'm going to do like ferns back in here. I want to do something with that. But peonies are coming up. I've got some peonies in here. Witch hazel has not done anything yet, so I'm trying to be patient with it. Japanese anemones coming back. And my neighbor gave me some anemones to plant as well. I still have not pruned back the black currants, and they are starting, so I'll do a little something with them. But I was planting a bunch of pansies around. I'll show you out front. These guys, the bush cherry, they're getting going more. This is very difficult. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. So bush cherry. The plum is leafing out nicely, even though it doesn't have blossoms. But it looks pretty healthy. I fed all the strawberries underneath here with compost. My compost is there, so I've gotten through about a third of it. Topped all the beds. I put some pansies in this pot with the saffron crocuses. I think my yuzu, my yuzu's getting a little bit of growth on it here too. Oh, trust me, it is. All the raspberries are coming back, and I need to feed those as well. Rhubarb that I didn't realize was right there. This apricot only had a few little blossoms, but that's okay. I'm going to be raking out some of these leaves so I can put down a good layer of compost there. Still need to get that stump out. But you can see most of the apricot blossoms have faded, which is what they do. I don't know how many of them are actually going to hang on and make fruit. We shall see. I just don't know. It's too early. We'll have to see what kind of cold we get. But it was very pretty when it was blooming. So I'm happy. Blueberry getting some buds here. Haskap coming out right there. And the choke cherry is getting some buds as well. Oh my goodness. I just don't want to. There we go. Daffodils still doing their thing out here too. There's some rue coming back. And some California poppies and lots of larkspur in here. And all along here is where I put the pansies in. And I'll show you what else I did with the pansies. This is my apothecary rose from the Garden Witch here on YouTube. I got from her. I can barely see it. Sorry, just having a real hard time with the focusing today. That French sorrel I have to pick. It's doing really well in there. And so yeah, I brought out more of the stumps and filled them with compost and planted pansies in them. Here's our Queen Anne's lace, lots of anise hyssop coming back up, and there's lots of echinacea coming up in here. Just lots of little spots of echinacea, which is a good thing. One little angelica from last year is coming back. There's mugwort. Oh, there's another echinacea. Mugwort, daylilies, wormwood, yarrow, bergamot. That's pink bergamot. I do have a red bergamot bee balm right there. It's got a nice patch going there. Another little blueberry. This is the one I transplanted. I'm trying to keep this under 15 minutes, so I apologize if it seems rushed. I'm trying not to swing around too much. And lots of different valerian coming up here and there. Another St. John's wort there. This is my marshmallow, and there's some growth in there. I think I maybe saw some elecampane too, but I don't know where it is. I fed all my little foxgloves that came up self-sown, so we'll see what those do. Of course, we've got all the tansy that comes back every year. I've got to put down more wood chips with what I have left over here. And I have to think of what I want to put in here. Only a few of the daffodils came back right here. And I kind of want to fill in here too. I'm just not sure what I want to do. What else is out here? Dogwoods are getting buds on them. So I think those are going to be a little early-ish. Dag nabbit. I want this focusing. There we go. Another rhubarb over here. And some blackberries. Putting out growth here, which is good. Lots of daylilies right there. Motherwort coming back right here. And there's some agrimony in there as well. Catnips in there. Of course, I've got bearded irises as well. And I'm just mulling over in my head what I want to put in which beds this year. I think tomatoes in that one, cucumbers in that one. I'm thinking maybe squash here. Maybe squash in that one actually. And then peppers, eggplant, I think I'll put my beets and carrots and radishes in that one, and then greens again in these two. And then I have spaces that aren't in beds where I can do probably like basil, parsley, which I will probably also put in some of the beds as well. I have some epazote coming up right here, which I like to use in beans and that sort of thing. It's just teeny tiny right now. And then of course my poppies. I think I'm going to do the large head poppies right there. And then over here, probably my butternut squash. And I'm going to say that's it for now, because I see I'm coming up on the 15-minute mark. And I hope spring is springing where you are too, because it's lovely. Take care.